everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Welcome one and all to episode 165 of In Focus Friday, the show where we take a good close look at cool things made of silver or gold. Last week it was the turn of the Marvel superhero silver coins. If you've not checked that video out, there's a link down in the description below. But this week it's a Golden Friday and a double header at that, because we've got two brand new acquisitions to my long-term gold pension stack in the form of this US Buffalo and Isle of Man double sovereign. Now let's start with the sovereign, as it's smaller and we can then finish on an ounce of gold. So this is a very, very cool coin which I picked up from Atkinson's Bullion. For those who have never heard of them, they're a UK bullion dealer. They're my UK go-to bullion dealer for gold. Really, really great, and they've got a fantastic kind of pre-owned, pre-loved section, so to speak, and there's loads of cool things that come up every now and again. And this was a little bit of an impulse buy because it's very, very cool. It was, you know, it's one of those things where if you've got a kind of budget for gold every month or every couple of months, and you see something like this that comes up at, you know, 2-3% over spot, yes, it's got some edge dings and damage, perhaps it's even been in a mount as this kind of three edge dings here, here and here, which look kind of like they've been, you know, it's almost symmetrical in where they are placed round the coin, so it looks like it could well be you know, X jewelry or X sort of mounted of some kind. There's definitely something going on that top one, and these two at the bottom are pretty perfect. So yeah, that's, you know, it's 2-3% spot gold, which is fine, it's fantastic. I love spot gold, or very, very cheap gold anyway. And this one just caught my eye. It's not something I've got. I don't have any gold Isle of Man coins in my collection. I do have a couple of the silver proofs that were sent to me by a Silver Forum member as a gift, but beyond that, I do not have very many Isle of Man coins. And this one just, you know, it just immediately spoke to me, as I'm sure you guys can appreciate. It's got this incredible, what's called Manx warrior. So a Manx is what you call somebody from the Isle of Man. And for those who don't know, the Isle of Man is an island in between the UK and the Republic of Ireland, or the island of Ireland, and it's got its three-legged symbol there at the top with this lovely braided kind of border around this Manx warrior, and the Manx word is what you call somebody from the Isle of Man, and so the Manx warrior there. Now you might be asking yourself, well, it looks very Viking-esque or very kind of Celtic warrior-esque, and that's partly because the Isle of Man has a very long history and heritage with the Viking peoples. I don't really know too much of the old histories there, and I'm not going to go into any old folklore or tales or anything like that. But it's got a very, very long history with Vikings, and you've got the Manx warrior here, almost in that kind of same pose as St. George on the Sovereign slaying the dragon. So it's very much like the Isle of Man version of the Sovereign, and in fact that's pretty much what it is, as it is a double sovereign. So this is twice the size and weight of, well, it's not necessarily twice the total dimensions, but certainly twice the weight of a regular sovereign. Now this is one which is seen as quite a cool little thing to have, because in 1973 there weren't any regular UK sovereigns, so it's almost like a little bit of a gap filler for people who have, you know, OCD about date runs, about having an exact number of you know, numbers in the series for the 1970s. So that's very interesting to see. These were made by the Pobjoy Mint, although I have to say that Atkinson's Bullion have made a little bit of a mistake on their listing for this coin when I purchased it, because it did say minted by the Royal Mint. However, on their specification page with all of the different bits and bobs about the coin, it does say Pobjoy Mint. So I spotted a little mistake on Atkinson's website. But Pobjoy Mint, if you do not know, is a mint that's still active today. Sorry, still active today, not inactive. And they create very, very cool coins, all, you know, very, very high quality. They're a private mint, and they created these Isle of Man sovereigns, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Now these are, as I said, double sovereigns. They actually have a face value of £2, which is very important because they are technically UK legal tender, which means they are capital gains tax exempt, which is another real attractive feature of this coin, and why I was very happy to pick it up at low price over spot, as it doesn't represent any capital gains potential risks. It's made of 22 karat gold, so 91.67% gold, and the fine content is 14.65 grams. So if we'll just get our quick calculator out, 14.65 divided by 31.103 is 0.471 of an ounce, so just under half an ounce of gold in this coin. It's got a reeded edge, really nice, and I love it. And, you know, yes, it's got some edge dings. This is never going to be a premium coin, and that's part of the reason why I'm not really bothered about it, as you can see, just holding it with bare hands. And that's fine for me, and I like it. I love it. It's a very cool, unique coin, and one which I have no doubt that I'll be featuring on my channel again at some point as just a talking point coin, because it's really very attractive. Just look at the Viking warrior, the Manx warrior, sorry, on there. Really very cool looking indeed. So there we go. That is the Isle of Man double sovereign. They did come in different sizes in that particular year, in the 1973 mintage, and it was a full sovereign, half sovereign, double sovereign, and quintuple sovereign. The quintuple sovereign would look very cool. That's maybe something to go on my long-term wish list. But for the time being, that is the 1973 Isle of Man double sovereign. Really happy with that. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section. Now we move on to a full ounce of gold, and please nobody start moaning that I'm holding it outside of the capsule in my bare hands. It's a bullion grade piece of gold. I'm not too bothered about, you know, holding it. It's something that I'm going to be having in my possession probably for the next 25-30 years or longer, and I'm really not too bothered about it. I like holding my gold. That's part of the joy of it for me, so don't moan at me for holding it with my bare hands. So here we go. This is the US $50 gold coin in the form of the Indian head and buffalo. So you can see on the other side we have the Indian head there. Really exceptional details, and this is one that's been on my wish list for an awful long time, and I'm really happy that I've managed to pick one up. It's from 2013, as you can see here. Mintage for that year I'm reading is 198,500. Not the highest mintage, which was 2006 at 337. The regular kind of average mintage, I'd say, is roughly 200,000. Some are a little higher, some a little lower. 2017 was the lowest mintage of 99,500, so that would seem to be the key date for these ones. But this 2013 is just, you know, it's just what it is. It's a bullion grade coin. I'm really, really happy with this. Now, these are made by, so I am reading, at the West Point Mint in New York. So that's very cool to see. The bullion versions don't have the W mint mark, though, I'm told, and I can't see one on here anywhere. So that's probably a good indication that it is in fact real. Obviously, if you had the fake coin like this, that would be something to worry about. Now, I picked this up from the Silver Forum. It was a sale that somebody put up. It was basically, it was spot price including delivery, so very, very good offer, and I'm surprised it lasted, you know, the 20-30 minutes that it was up on the Silver Forum before somebody snapped it up. But I decided to take this up, and it's very, very cool indeed. So thank you very much to the seller for a fantastic sale. Really very happy with it indeed. Here's an interesting thing. So whenever I get these gold coins from sort of secondary sources like the Silver Forum things, I will always do pretty rigorous testing on them to make sure that they're genuine. So I did my usual magnet tests and weights and dimension tests and a specific gravity test. And the first time ever do it, because specific gravity is great, it's pretty accurate, but you never get exact numbers. But this time I got exactly 19.32 on the ratios of the multiplications, which was really very cool. So very, very confident in my head this is a genuine gold coin. It looks genuine, it feels genuine, and that's very good with me. Now, a few other little bits and bobs about this. So the design of this comes from the Indian head nickel, which was by James Earl Fraser, I'm reading, and the original design date was 1913, and it's obviously continued on with the advent of this sort of 9999 bullion coin. So it's 49 gold, which is obviously really very nice. And the reason why this has come up, and it arrived in the 2000s. I think it was made in 2006 was the first year. And the idea about this was there were a lot of people who were buying their gold, but they were focused more on getting pure gold, so 999 plus gold. And a lot of pretty much all the coins at that time from the US were in the form of the American Gold Eagles, which are 91.67 gold or 90% gold for older years. So a lot of people were going to Canadian gold maples or Britannias, and well, even at the time actually Britannias wouldn't have been pure gold. So gold maples at the time were pretty much the go-to coin. So the US government decided to introduce this coin as that sort of 9999 equivalent, the 49 gold, and the rest is history really. It's all been very popular, and this is one of the mainstays of the kind of US gold coinage in its pure form. Really very happy with this. Really like the history of the design and the coin, and just everything about it speaks to me as a coin collector, and very happy to have it added to my collection. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section on both of these coins. Let me know, of the two, which is your favourite, regardless of the fact that this is an ounce of gold. This is just under a half an ounce. If you had to choose between the two, which would be your preference in terms of design? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Let me know if you've got one. Let me know if this video has inspired you to look for or pick up these types of coins. That would be very cool. Now, as I said, Atkinson's is the place that I go to look for some of my gold. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. Atkinson's aren't sponsoring this video at all or anything silly like that. It's a fantastic place, and I love giving shout outs to companies which do a great job. So if you want to pick up some gold, highly recommend you go and visit Atkinson's Bullion. Otherwise, if you enjoyed today's video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up and share it around on your social media. That would be very helpful for everything that we do here on our channel. If you are in the mood for something very special and very, very cool, we have got a killer episode lined up for next week. It's a very, very cool coin indeed. So make sure you stick around, hit that subscribe button if you've not done so already, and you'll get notifications if you hit that alarm bell. Otherwise, that is it. Thank you one and all for watching. Have a fantastic weekend ahead. And as always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.